It's not the goal that we.
Our own former county,
Legislator Dan Hughes national anthem today, especially after being here for the first time in about a year and 4 months. We welcome you, Dan, and would somebody please provide Dan with it. You're gonna do it, three minutes? Okay. All right, whenever you're ready, Dan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, stay does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
wow. Thank you, Dan. Man of many. Want you back
here to repeat performance.
That's my constituent. He was a youth and government student.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Thanks again, Dan. That was fantastic.
Thanks, Brad.
Please stand, remain standing already, and we have a moment of silence and then the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Kelly, roll call.
Bradley. Present. Duke. Emma. Nagusakis.
Present.
Ben.
Here.
Kennedy.
Here.
Fagion. Here. Hines.
Here.
Pelosi.
Here.
Luan.
Present.
Meredith.
Here.
O'Donnell.
Here.
Rusevich.
Here.
Satsy.
Here.
Sierra. Saganda. Here. Sutherland. Here. Total. Here. Tui.
Here.
Here. Here. Fraser.
Here.
3 absent.
Is Sierra, not logged on yet?
Don't see him on.
I know Paduk is gonna be a little bit later. Okay.
All right, no public participation. We
We are
are,
gonna have one public speaking when we get to the second session, so. Majority around.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I respectfully ask to remove the minutes of February 4th and March 4th, 2021.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so carried. If there are no objections, agenda items number 10 through 16, 19 through 21, and 23 through 26 will be voted on collectively.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Okay, first, okay, we're gonna go to the two consents. Okay,
I
Kelly.
believe so, yeah.
okay.
Okay, legislator Luan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Respectfully, I'd like to request a consent resolution. I request consent to place the resolution memorializing the achievements of the graduating class of 2021 for high school, trade schools, and postgraduate education. Declare the month of June as graduating class of 2021 recognition and teacher appreciation.
I respectfully second.
Okay, it was revised to current standards.
That is correct.
That is very, Mr.
Thank
Chairman.
you, Kevin, Darren, and
Next year.
make sure maybe you did it in a little earlier, because you know that I know it was last time that it was changed properly, so, I guess we can go on. Do you want me to do it further, or you're good?
Very good ways to look
I
at
thought
that.
you were gonna discuss and do it right again. Fast.
For the quiz on the agenda, so
Okay, item A, then item B. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna place this on as item A. There are no objections. Okay, let's go right to that, then. Kevin? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I would like to introduce my consent as well, as letter B, to be placed on the agenda. Mine is last minute, but there's a reason for that.
Mr. Chairman.
Please add my name to that as well. Absolutely. Okay, if there are no objections, that'll be done. Yes, please, Secretary Patel.
I'm going to be added to items A and B.
Certainly. And we can always add them as we're about to vote on them as well.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, do you need to put on the record the title of the resolution, second consent resolution?
You want to read the titles?
Consent resolution, letter A. Legislator Yuhan, co-sponsor Legislator Benelli. Resolution memorializing the achievements of the graduating class of 2021 for high school, trade schools, and postgraduate education, and declaring the month of June as graduating class of 2021 recognition and teacher appreciation month.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor? No, we're not, we're just discussing, I'm sorry. Good. Yes, so,
All amendments added to both of those added resolutions.
absolutely. All the Republicans too? Okay. And Michael's not here. Okay, let's start with A, right?
My turn.
Michael's here?
Yep.
Okay.
Michael,
Michael, do you want to be added to this resolution? Everybody else is here. Oh, Michael, I thought you meant Michael Duke is here. Okay, he's already added. Okay. You want to speak to it, Kevin, you have any time?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, I want to begin by saying that it's wonderful to be amongst all our colleagues today. I know that this is the first time that we're pushing it all back together, and I believe that it's definitely a symbol of what we're all hoping to see for the rest of the country. So it's wonderful to get back to business and to be amongst our constituents and be able to answer your question and so on. I believe that this last year has been obviously very challenging for so many. And, obviously last year we were really happy to at least be able to show this as a token of our appreciation and our gratitude and to memorialize all the wonderful achievements of students across the country, but particularly here in Orange County. And so I just wanted to continue that tradition, understanding that so many individuals who have been working very hard under very challenging conditions, obviously not having the traditional graduation in many instances, just wanted to pay, a tribute to them. I know that everyone here in this room cares about the future of our youth and everyone who is trying to progress their lives. And so I'm very excited that we were able to put this onto the agenda. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Further discussion? And this is a voice vote? No, it's a roll call. And please go say aye, because we do have a couple of remote legislators, so instead of just being silent for an aye, please say aye.
Yes. Benelli? Aye. Paduk?
You're muted, man.
I can't.
You star 6 on your cell phone?
Do you have to do that every time? Okay, we'll come back to record you as, probably, yes, making sure it's going to be a yes. Okay, next.
Anagnestakis?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
Cheney?
Yes.
Fagion?
Yes.
Hines?
Yes.
Kulisek? Yuhan?
Aye.
Benedict?
Yes.
O'Donnell?
Aye.
Miskevich?
Aye.
Sassy?
Yes.
Gallagher?
Yes.
Sutherland?
Yes.
Total? Aye. Tui?
Yes.
Bureau?
Aye.
Pressure?
Aye.
19 ayes.
Okay, thank you, Kevin.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay, the next resolution, as you know, I don't usually like last minute consent unless they're time sensitive, and this resolution is certainly time sensitive because the parole board, from what I'm told, is meeting in August, so it's very time sensitive. And I happened to notice this in the Times Herald Record, with Supervisor Marr at the town hall, with a petition drive for this very purpose, and that's how I came upon it, and it certainly brought up memories to me.
It was 19.
Very curious at memories, and I'm sure the family is reliving it today. I remember it was my birthday, actually, the day was my birthday back in 1996. I was mayor for 6 years, and I remember hearing the news of this, and it was just, I was very traumatized. And the neighbor community was shaken so overwhelmingly that you can't imagine. And the whole Montgomery community, I remember sending police officers over there to help search and find evidence. And it was just, it's so traumatic. And I can't imagine, I said to Rob Sassy, we both have 12-year-old sons. I just can't imagine if that happened to us, how we would feel. It's just so, and to think that this person is up for parole next month, just can't sit by idly. And I know Dennis Leahy is very concerned as well, but he didn't want the family to go through the same kind of grief with this, but got their permission to bring this resolution, because they know how important it is for this person not to go free. And, our communities were so traumatized that I just can't imagine. It would be similar to the resolution that I brought a few years ago with Judith Clark and Jimmy O'Donnell rallied the cause of law enforcement. And we passed that 20 to 1. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, why don't you read it, Kelly? Then I'm going to ask Supervisor Marr to say some words at the podium.
Legislator Brescia, co-sponsor Hines, Sassy. Resolution of the Orange County Legislature opposing the parole release of convicted murderer Juan Panado.
Okay. Let's have, before we go on to discussion, Legislator Supervisor Marr, will you come up and say a few words with respect to the petition drive and other information?
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. Really appreciate you taking this up so kindly. So I am here today on behalf of friends and family of Danny Meyer, much similar to Chairman Brescia, who was mayor at the time. I had a much different experience. It impacted families from all over the town of Montgomery and Hudson Valley area. At that time, I was an 11-year-old myself, and my parents and other parents had a tremendous reaction. I remember not being allowed out of the house for months, and just understanding the impact. We just couldn't believe, like so many parts of our country that go through atrocities like this, that it could happen to us, that it could happen here. And now here we are 25 years later, and this individual who was 22 years old at the time, brutally murdering a 12-year-old child, now is looking at potentially having his freedom. And that's something that the family was very concerned about. They've been concerned about it for quite some time. So they approached me and other individuals to help them get the word out. So we created an online petition, and I'm pleased to say that over the last several days, there's over 3,300 signatures from the online petition. So this is something that will certainly help give promotion to that online petition to create more signatures there. We're very happy you're directly sending your resolution to the parole board itself. I plan to do the same. We encourage as many individuals to do that as well. And I just wanted to read a statement on behalf of Rhonda Dioria, who has been speaking on behalf of the family. As you can imagine, they really want to try to stay out of the limelight and not relive what happened to them so long ago. The family of Danny Meyer and those of us involved in the mission to keep his killer in jail, thank you all today. My daughter Shannon and I began this as a grassroots campaign to inform and remind the public of the heinous and unthinkable crime. We cannot forget this horrific time and the devastation for the Meyer family. We hope that with the community's help and the commitment of our elected officials, that we can keep this child killer behind bars. We thank you, Chairman Brescia and the county legislator, for giving us the power of our voices to be heard. Thank you, from Rhonda Dioria. And she also had a quote from Helen Keller: "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." And that is what I was asked to come here to say. Really appreciate all of you working together. Happy to answer any questions you might have, but if not, just thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you so much, Brian, for bringing this to the floor. And this is not politicizing, this is certainly something that has teeth when we send in a resolution from the entire legislature to the parole board. So the neighbor community came together so much after this tragedy. They built a beautiful playground in Danny's memory. And I know Mayor Leahy would help preserve that over the years, and it touched him as well. So thank you again, Brian. And I encourage all legislators here today to pass this. Any discussion? Yes, Legislator O'Donnell.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. So another tragedy here in Orange County from 25 years ago for Danny Meyer. But now my hearts go out to the family that they have to relive this tragedy in open court in the parole board. My family, everybody knows my best friend was killed in the line of duty. We were very fortunate that the responding troopers killed the person that killed Billy, so I don't have to live through this. The trooper that was killed after Billy, Trooper Emerson Dillon, his killer just got out last year, was paroled. So letters to the parole board to keep this Juan Bernardo in prison is helpful. It has an impact. Juan was, I think, 22, and was as a teenager, was placed in a foster home, entered the country illegally. He's from Guatemala, and I'm told that if he does be granted parole, he'll be sent back to Guatemala. But that doesn't do anything for the family of Danny Meyer. They have to live with this, that the person that killed their son and robbed them of all the love and affection that a 12-year-old can bring, seeing him go through his youth and become an outstanding citizen. He got buried in his Boy Scout uniform. So besides on his regular Little League game, he's a Boy Scout. I feel terribly for the family that they have to go through this with the parole board. But if there's people that want to write to the parole board, it's www.doccs.gov. You can just click on the board of parole, and there's a box there to write a letter. Bernard's inmate number is 978-7185. Hopefully, besides those 3,300 and counting signatures, we get an equal number of individual letters sent to the board of parole where this killer remains in jail. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much, Legislator O'Donnell. I know this is very close to home with you, the same issue, so thank you for those statements. Okay, without further ado, I will entertain roll call.
Kennedy? Aye. Paduk?
Yes.
Anastakis?
Yes.
Henn?
Yes.
Cheney?
Yes.
Fagion?
Yes.
Hines?
Yes.
Wilson? Luhan?
Aye.
Menuda?
Yes.
O'Donnell? Miscavige?
Yes.
Sassy?
Yes.
DeGanga? Yes. Sutherland? Yes. Total? Aye. Chili?
Yes.
Bureau?
Yes.
Pressure? 19 ayes.
Thank you very much, legislators. Okay, before we go to resolution one, I just say, please say the county exec, seeing who else is in the house. Welcome. Okay, number one, Kelly, which is the roll call.
Legislative School Second Resolution confirming appointment of the county executive to the Orange County Water Authority Board of Directors.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call. Oh, go ahead, Kevin, there. Pardon? Oh, you added certainly. Absolutely. Okay. Further? Okay, roll call.
Kennedy? Aye. Paduk?
Yes.
Anastakis? Henn?
Yes.
Cheney?
Yes.
Fagion?
Yes.
Hines?
Yes.
Kulisek? Luhan?
Aye.
Menuda?
Yes.
O'Donnell?
Yes.
Miscavige?
Yes.
Sassy?
Yes.
DeGanga? Yes. Sutherland? Yes. Total? Aye. Chili?
Yes.
Bureau?
Yes.
Pressure?
Yes.
19 ayes.
Okay, number two, this is a voice vote.
Legislators Juskovich and Kulisek, resolution authorizing the acceptance of permanent drainage easement from Sound Hope Radio Network LLC in the town of Mount Hope.
Okay, discussion. Okay, roll, I'm sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, carried. Number three, another voice vote. Go ahead, Colin.
Legislators Kulisek and Paduk, resolution of the Orange County Legislature authorizing conveyance of ownership of the county-owned water main in Village of Ocean.
Okay, discussion. Okay, so it's all added. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, number four, another voice vote. Go ahead, Colin.
Legislator Paduk, Benelli, resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the county, Orange County Department of Parks and Recreation to submit an application to the New York State Department, New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation for the recreation.
Discussion, yes. Joan? Thank you, Chairman. This has been a project in the making, something that I've taken great interest in. Located in the beautiful town of Deer Park, in one of the most beautiful parks, our D&H Canal Park, that's owned by the county. I can tell you personally, I've hiked these trails that we're looking forward to building. We whacked a whole bunch of weeds down and got bit by some ticks safely. And I look forward to inviting all of my colleagues out there, always looking for some volunteers. This grant funding will help us complete over 2 miles of hiking trails that will really showcase the beauty of Western Orange County. And I ask all my colleagues to vote in the affirmative. Thank you, Chairman, and please add me as a sponsor.
Definitely. Is this the same area that you and I walked with Commissioner Brooks?
When we drove you up there, yes, sir.
Yeah. I did walk a little bit. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't huffing and puffing that much. Okay, somebody else had their hand up over here. Janice Sutherland added, Paul Ruskevich added, Barry Cheney added, and Kathy Stiganga, Peter Toohey, Joe Menuda, and Totel and Lujan added.
Mr. Chairman, all of them were added to this, and a list has been sent to Kelly by email.
Okay, thank you, Jim. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, number 5 is a supermajority resolution, bonding resolution. Okay, Kelly.
Legislator Kulisek, Menuda, Benton, and Sutherland, amending bond resolution dated July 1st, 2021, amending the bond resolution adopted August 1st, 2019, in relation to the construction of a snow removal building at the estimated $1,443.
Discussion, Vero added, Lujan added, Stiganga added, Ruskevich added. Okay, roll call.
Kelly,
Aye.
Duke,
Yes.
Anastakis, Benton, Feeney, Fagion, Hines, Kulisek, Lujan, Menuda, Donald, Gavich, Sassy, DeGanga. Yes. Sutherland, Hotel, Dewey, Hero, Pressure.
Yes.
19 ayes.
Okay, number 6, another requiring, resolution requiring 2/3 vote. Okay,
Legislators Benelli, Kulisek, Benton, and Hines. Amending bond resolution dated July 1st, 2021, amending the bond resolution adopted August 1st, 2019, in relation to the rehabilitation of the transit apron at the Orange County Airport at an estimated cost of $786,986.
Vero added. Okay, further discussion? Roll call. Oh,
Kelly?
Stiganga added. Sorry. Okay, roll call.
Nelly,
Aye.
Duke,
Yes.
Anastakis, Benton, Feeney, Fagion, Hines, Kulisek, Lujan, Menuda, Donald, Gavich, Sassy, DeGanga. Yes. Sutherland, Hotel, Dewey, Hero, Brescia. 19 ayes.
Okay, number 7, so voice vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Kulisek, Benton, and Paduk. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Public Works, Airport, to accept and appropriate a grant from the Federal Aviation Administration pursuant to Section 99-H of the General Municipal Law and Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Bureau added. Discussion. Mr. Ganga added. Luhan added. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, number 8 is a roll call.
Legislators Kulisek, Finelli, Benton, and Menuda. Resolution making a supplemental appropriation to the 2021 Orange County budget, the Orange County Department of Public Works, Environmental Facilities and Services pursuant to Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Discussion? Yes, Tui added. Roll call?
Finelli. Aye. Duke.
Yes.
Nagustakis. Benton. Cheney.
Hear me.
Fagion. Hines. Kulisek. Luhan. Menuda. O'Donnell.
Greg?
Sassy. Ganga.
Hello.
Hotel. Dewey. Zero. Pressure.
Yes.
19 ayes. Passes hand raised.
Okay. Oh, he wants to speak? Can he speak? Okay, go ahead, Mike. You're muted. There you go. Go ahead. Can't hear you, Mike. Does he need to, can't even talk. Does he need to push *6? You're unmuted, Mike. Gonna need to improve upon this. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to delay it, Mike. Sorry. We're not hearing you. Okay, number 9, another supermajority vote bond resolution. Go ahead, Kelly.
Legislators Tui, Menuda, Benton, and Kulisek. Bond resolution dated July 1st, 2021. Bond resolution of the County of Orange, New York, authorizing the construction of improvements at various county parks, stating estimated total cost thereof, $100,000, appropriating said amount therefore, and authorizing the issuance of 100,000 bonds of the county finance said appropriation.
Discussion. Luhan, discussion or added? Added, okay. Yes, Sutherland added as well. Okay, Stiganga added. All right, roll call.
Finelli. Aye. Duke. Anastakis. Benton. Cheney. Fagion. Hines. Kulisek. Luhan. Menuda. O'Donnell. Gevich. Sassy. DeGanga. Yes. Sutherland. Hotel. Dewey. Zero. Brescia.
Yes.
19 ayes.
Okay, 10 through 16, excuse me, will be voted on collectively. If you want to be added to any one of those or abstain from any one of those, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, roll call. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it voice vote? Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay, number 17 is a roll call.
Legislator Benton, resolution authorizing the private sale and conveyance of certain county-owned lands acquired by reason of a failure to redeem said lands from a tax sale to Orange County pursuant to Section 1018-4 of the Real Property Tax Law and Orange County Amended Local Law 2 of 2010.
Discussion. Okay, roll call.
Finelli. Aye. Duke. Anagnestakis. Benton. Cheney. Fagion. Hines. Kulisek. Luhan. Menuda. O'Donnell. Gavich. Sassy. DeGanga. Sutherland. Hotel. Three. Zero. Brescia. Ayes.
And if Minority Leader Paduk after the meeting, record him as he would have been recorded. Okay, number 18, roll call vote. Go ahead, Kelly.
Legislator Benton and Paduk, resolution dated July 1st, 2021, resolution of the County of Orange, New York pursuant to section 41.00 of the local finance law repealing in part various partial unissued bonds, authorizations of certain bond resolutions of said county, which authorize the issuance of bonds to finance various improvements in and for the county.
Discussion? Roll call.
Nelly?
Aye.
Duke? Anastakis? Benton? Cheney? Fagion? Hines? Kulisek? Luhan? Menuda? Donald? Gevich? Sassy? DeGanga?
Yes.
Sutherland? Hotel? Tui? Bureau? Pressure. United.
Okay, 19 through 21. To abstain or be added? No? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay, number 22, which is a bond resolution. Majority?
Legislators Total, Tui, Amo, Luhan, Benton, and Benelli. Amending bond resolution dated July 1st, 2021. Bond resolution of the County of Orange, New York, amending bond resolution adopted December 18th, 2020 in relation to financing the preparation of surveys, preliminary and detailed plans, specifications, and estimates necessary for the construction of new medical examiner's facility at the total estimated cost of $3 million.
Discussion? Menuda added, Stiganga added, Riskevich added, Bureau added, all Democrats added. Okay, and Sutherland and Sassy and Fagion. Yes, and Cheney as well, of course. Okay, roll call.
Benelli?
Aye.
Anastakis? Benton? Cheney? Fagion? Hines? Kulisek? Luhan? Menuda? Donald? Gevich? Sassy? DeGanga? Sutherland? Hotel? Tui? Bureau? Pressure. United.
Okay, 23 through 26. Anybody wants to be added or Ganga added? Okay. No abstentions. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, number 27, which is a voice vote. Go ahead.
Legislators Sassy, Fagion, and Sierra. Resolution authorizing Orange County Executive on behalf of the Orange County Department of Emergency Services, Fire Services to enter into an intermunicipal agreement with the counties of Rockland, Sullivan, and Ulster pursuant to section 119.0 of the General Municipal Law.
Add. Bureau add. Further discussion? Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Yes.
Back on number 20.
Yes.
Total estimated cost of $3 million, the last sentence in the description.
Barry, you want to address that?
Yes, thank you. There was an addition of $2 million, so the new total, it was previously we'd authorized 1 million, so the new total is 3 million, and that's what's in here. It was an additional 2 on top of the 1 that had been we provided for the design element of the project.
Back to 27, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay, 28, voice vote. Kelly.
Legislators Sassy and Fagion. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Emergency Services to amend Resolution 63 of 2021 to reappropriate previously accepted grant funding.
Discussion? Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Number 29?
Legislators Tortel and Sutherland. Resolution making supplemental appropriation to the 2021 Orange County budget for the Orange County Office for the Aging pursuant to section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Discussion? Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay, number 30?
Legislator Tui, Sutherland, and Tortel. Resolution authorizing Orange County Executive on behalf of the Orange County Office for the Aging to enter into intermunicipal agreements between the County of Orange and the Village of Montgomery in the Village of Greenwood Lake pursuant to General Municipal Law, Section 119O.
Feeny added. Further discussion? Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay, we're on 31, right? Okay,
Legislators Menuda, Tortel, Paduk, and Cheney. Resolution of the Orange County Legislature authorizing inclusion of certain real property in the Consolidated Orange County Agriculture District Number 1 pursuant to the New York State Agricultural and Markets Law, Section 303A and 303B.
discussion added? Oh, you want to speak to it? Go ahead.
I'm going to ask if we could please remove one of the properties and vote on it separately. Atlantic Fiber Optic LLC in the town of Goshen. If we could vote on that property separately. Town did not support them being added to the ag district, and some discussion back and forth on that. I think it was separate.
Okay, let's take that one first then. Right?
Thank you.
Okay. Discussion on that? I mean, okay. Yours, what are you seconding? Oh, to remove it? Okay, I'm sorry. You want to make that a motion now to remove that? And then, and Kevin Darian's, okay, discussion on the motion to remove this month's agenda. Table it or remove it altogether? Oh, okay. Do we need to vote on that or we can just do it? I don't think we need to vote on that. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we're on it. Go ahead, talk. Want to say anything else? You said the town didn't support it. Did the Ag and Farmland Protection Board support it?
Yes, and there's been some controversy as to what's actually on the property, the size of the property, and how it can qualify as ag. I know there's been some back and forth. We've had discussions in committee on this, so I'm not comfortable with supporting that as part of the ag district at this time, especially with the opposition of the local municipalities. So that's why I'm asking for that to be separate, because I'm in favor of the other properties being ag. I'd like to vote a no on that.
Okay, Paul, you're going to give us clarity on this and tell us, and what was the vote of the town board if that's the case, you know?
Yeah, they submitted a letter voicing some concerns, about the current use of the property. According to ag district law, in order to be in the ag district, you don't have to currently have an agricultural operation on that property, but the property has to be capable of supporting a agricultural operation, which it does fit those requirements. The reason this is being added, last year during the 8-year review, the property was removed, as were a lot of properties, and property owners had the ability to contact the planning department to ask to remain in the ag district. However, this particular property owner, I believe was in the hospital. I think might even been in a coma at the time, so he wasn't able to request to stay in. So that's why he's made the application to be added. So he's just basically putting it back into the.
Okay. And he would have almost been added by the asking last year. Remember,
Right, yeah,
we had to send out 2 letters. There was a lot of confusion and I had to send out a second
If
letter.
he was capable of contacting planning department to request to stay in, he would have stayed in. So that's the reason that
So is your recommendation to adopt this today?
is my recommendation. The ag board did recommend putting this property back into the ag district, and I would concur with that.
Okay, further discussion? Okay, roll call on the motion to remove it from the list. Right? I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, we are voting, but we're voting on this one now, right?
We're voting on this
Yeah,
property.
so I'm
and then
sorry.
we'll vote on the others.
Okay, so a yes vote is going to be, we didn't need a vote to vote on it separately. We need a vote to, correct. Okay, so we're voting on yay or nay on this to keep it in the district. A yes vote is to keep it in the district, and no vote is to not, like Lori said. Okay. All right, roll call.
Benelli? Natasakis? Benton? Cheney? Fagion? Hines? Kulisek? Luhan? Menuda? Donald? Gavich? Sassy? DeGanga?
Yes.
Sutherland? Hotel? Dewey? Bureau? Russia?
Yes.
10 ayes, 2 noes.
Okay, now on the other 3 parcels. Discussion. 0 added. Okay, roll call.
Nelly? Anastakis, Benton, Haney, Fagion, Hines, Kulisek, Luhan, Menuda, Donald, Skevich, Sassy, DeGanga. Yes. Sutherland, Hotel, Dewey, Euro, Russia.
Yes.
18 ayes.
Okay, number 32, which is a voice vote. This is just setting the public hearing, correct?
Legislator Cheney and Total, resolution providing for a public hearing upon the tentative budget in the Orange County Community College for the fiscal year beginning September 1st, 2021, pursuant to section 6304 of the Education Law. Public hearing will be held at the chambers of the county legislature in the Orange County Government Center, 255 Main Street, Goshen, New York, on the 5th day of August at 3:15 p.m.
Discussion? Voice vote, all in favor? Opposed, carried. And Legislator Riskevich will chair that public hearing. 33, which is a voice vote.
Legislator Totel and Sassy, resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Youth Bureau to accept and appropriate funds from the Friends of the Orange County Youth Bureau pursuant to section 99-H of the General Municipal Law and section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Discussion? Okay, all in favor? Yes, Riskevich added and Luhan added. Yes, other one too, I'm sorry. All in favor? Opposed, carried. Number 34.
Legislators Menuda and Stiganga, resolution of the Orange County Legislature confirming the appointment by the majority leader of the Orange County Legislature to the Orange County Industrial Development Agency pursuant to sections 856 and 912 of the General Municipal Law.
Okay, discussion. Added? You want to speak to it? Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, I'd just like to say, I will be voting no on these next two resolutions. My no vote has nothing to do with Mr. Tamburi. I think he's well qualified and I think he represents labor well. My objection has to do with having a potential conflict of interest, having a labor representative on the IDA board. Currently, we have a 5-member board that's been working very well. Been doing a lot of great work. I commend all of them. Furthermore, you know, the DA and the state controller are going to be coming out very soon with a report with some recommendations for the IDA. And also, I know the state legislature has been working on a number of bills, which could also have recommendations or requirements for membership on IDA boards. Therefore, I feel very strongly that we should hold off on any appointments to the IDA board until such time that those recommendations come out. And then at that time, I think we need to take a look at them and sit down as a legislature and come up with a list of criteria for IDA board members. Given the current situation with the IDA, I think the optics of this appointment could be very bad, and I don't support it. Thank you.
Okay, further discussion? Your mic is hot, Jim. I don't know if it matters or not. Go ahead, Kevin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I wholeheartedly support the appointment of Dean Tamburi. He's a man of great character, and I think he'll do a great job on the board. The board is supposed to have 7 members, so to function with 5 is really handcuffing the existing board in my mind. They need 4 people to do anything, so to bring that board back to full strength as soon as possible, I think is in the best interest of the Orange County IDA. I have a pretty good track record of voting for confirmations of IDA board members. I voted no to Mr. Diana's confirmation, and I called for the resignations of many members of the IDA in the past. So I would like to see everybody support Dean Tamburi to this board and make it back to the full strength. Those that argue it's a conflict, I submit to you that it is not. The IDA does not award any benefits to unions. The IDA awards benefits to projects and to landowners to create jobs in the region. And Local 17 doesn't get any IDA approvals. They don't ask for IDA money, and there's no guarantee that unions will get the necessary work from the various contractors. So to vote to bring a project here doesn't mean it's a vote for labor. It means it's a vote to create jobs in general. And I think Mr. Tamburi has a great background to help us with that. Thank you.
further discussion? Legislator O'Donnell, then Riskevich again.
Thank you. I agree wholeheartedly with Legislator Hines that this appointment will lead to more success at the IDA from the 5 members that are currently there. He'll add to that discussion. It's not a conflict of interest, and he's going to sign a conflict of interest form, also an ethics form. So you need 4 votes now over there. This will help move projects forward, and I'll be supporting this, and I hope all my fellow legislators do as well.
Yeah, this isn't a rebuttal or anything. I just forgot to mention that the IDA does have a very strong labor policy and with local labor requirements. And then we do have an auditing firm that audits all the projects to ensure that that policy is followed. And there are clawback procedures if they are not followed. So the interests of local labor are very well represented already. Thank you.
Okay, yes, Legislator Kulisek.
Table, or no motion to table is, was it?
No, it's moving forward.
Agree with both my legislators, Hines and Donald. I'll definitely support this.
Okay,
Chairman,
yes, Legislator Menuda.
thank you for recognizing me. I'd like to remove my support on this item and also recuse myself from 4 and 35.
Okay, so granted. Any further discussion? Yes, Majority Leader, excuse me. Nelly.
Thank you, Mr. Just in the spirit of closure, or as conflicts. By those sign.
Legislator Hines? Yes, definitely. Yes, Legislator O'Donnell? Added? Yes, so be it. Okay, just for the record, I think I'm going to abstain or recuse myself just because I don't want this appointment to be tainted. But I will say I do support the new IDA board. I was the first person to bring a labor appointment, so I do agree that we should have a labor appointment. And if the state, Paul, so passes some legislation, which probably won't be until after the first of the year anyway, then I'm sure this legislature will honor that. But I think it's worked out well. I was resistant to some of the changes and the removal of some of the board members, including myself, but I endorse that. I understand why the legislature did what it did. Some of the revelations certainly shocked me. And I don't want to take Mr. Tamburi by voting on this because I've been accused of being ex officio or still having involvement with the IDA. And that nothing is further from the truth. I have absolutely zero involvement with the Orange County IDA since that removal back in February, I believe it was. So just for the record, but I will recuse myself because I don't want to taint any appointment, even though I think the gentleman is very qualified. Thank you. Roll call.
Nelly,
Aye.
Anastakis, Benton, Haney, Fagion, Hines, Kulisek, Khan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Gavich, Massey, DeGanga, Sutherland, Hotel, Huey, Bureau, Gresham.
Accuse.
11 ayes, 5 noes, 2 recused.
So it carries by 1 vote. Okay, number 35. I would assume that's going to be the same tally.
Legislator Menuda and Stiganga.
We want a discussion first? Okay,
Chairman, same as
same as before.
Same as
And same as before with me. I already made my comments. Okay. Kulisek added, Hines added. O'Donnell, Bureau. I think it's basically the same discussion. I mean, I can't see not voting the same way on this that we just did. It's part and parcel of the IDA. Okay, yeah, go ahead, just read it and then we'll go right to roll call.
Legislator Stiganga, resolution of the Orange County Legislature confirming appointment by the Majority Leader of the Orange County Legislature to the Orange County Funding Corporation, a local development corporation authorized pursuant to Section 1411 of the New York State Not-for-Profit Corporation Law.
Okay, roll call.
Benelli? Anastakis? Benton? Cheney? Fagion? Hines? Kulisek? Luhan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Gavich? Sassy? DeGanga? Sutherland? Hotel? Dewey? Bureau? Gresham? Ayes, 5 noes, 2 recused.
Okay, number 36, voice vote.
Legislators Lujan, Tortel, Bureau, and Fagion, an act amending the appropriate Orange County employment schedules to abolish 1 chief criminal investigator and create deputy chief criminal investigator at the Orange County District Attorney's Office pursuant to Section 2.02I of the Orange County Charter.
Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, carried. Now, number 37.
Legislators Lujan, Tortel, Benton, and Benelli, an act amending the appropriate Orange County employment schedules to create Assistant Supervisor of Payroll and Employee Benefits at the Orange County Department of Finance pursuant to Section 2.02I of the Orange County Charter.
Discussion. All in favor? Opposed,